help you enhance your sailing performance. So whether you're sailing dinghies, dragons, large boats, whatever it is, it's always going to be in your best interest to be as fit, healthy, lean, flexible, mobile, and functional as you possibly can be, because it's going to enhance your performance. So I use the analogy of firing a cannon from a rowing boat. So without a core, nice strong core from which to fire your arm and leg power from, you're not going to have any base from which to work. So that's always a good place to start when we're looking at enhancing performance in terms of sailing or any other sport. So to have a nice strong core, you're going to build a nice strong boat from which to fire that cannon from. So that's what we're going to do today. It's going to be a nice 30-minute workout. All you're going to need is resistance bands or a couple of bottles of water will be fine. We're going to work on a little bit of flexibility, a little bit of mobility, a little bit of strength work in between. So it's a beginner to intermediate workout, and it's going to help with all the fundamental movements of sailing a boat. Nice strong legs if you're hiking out, nice strong core if you're winching, nice, as I said, hip mobility, flexibility, and everything else that goes with it to make sure we enhance your sailing performance to a level that suits and helps, and that will make your experience more enjoyable. So let's get cracking. So here's the workout we're going to do today. So as I said, all you need is equipment band, resistance band about 10 kilos, Spider-Man, band mobility, and quad stretch is going to be what we're going to do first. And the next main part of the session, we've got 4 blocks of 2 exercises, which we're going to do 2 sets of, and then we're going to warm down with some flexibility. So let's get cracking on our first little bit of mobility. Okay, so grab your band. We're going to do some nice postural strengthening. Okay, so what we're going to do first is called the face pull. Okay, so this is basically, we keep a nice tall posture, and we're going to strengthen up those muscles between the shoulder blades, which are going to help pull those shoulders back and improve your posture. So what can happen is if we're sitting at desk for long periods, we can get rounded shoulders and those muscles can get weak. So what we're going to do is open them up and strengthen up those muscles in between the shoulder blades. Nice tall posture, sailing as we pull, and then our nice dislocates just to improve our shoulder mobility and our shoulder health, keeping the tension on the cable, moving all the way forward, all the way back, in through the nose, out through the mouth, throughout. Okay, nice rotation then. So just rotate through, keep the hips square, keep the arms straight as if you're hanging from a bar above your head. And then into our overhead squat. Oh, sorry, our good mornings first. So we're going to keep the bar above our head, or the band. Imagine you're hanging from the bar. Keep it in that position, leaning all the way forward. So what we're doing here, the hip hinge, it's going to get our hamstrings, our glutes, our lower back, which is called our posterior chain, fired up and ready for the workout, and also just get us used to our patterns of movement, to learn that movement of a deadlift, which you're going to be later, which is a fundamental exercise of getting stronger and more functionally efficient. Okay, so last one is going to be our overhead squat, toes pointing out, feet shoulder width apart, and we work into a squat. Now this is really good determination of what you're like functionally in a functional movement. This will be your functional movement test. And if you can't get your hips right down beneath your knees, like that, with your arms straight above your head, you need work. Okay, so you should be able to hold it down here nice and comfortably. If you can't, okay, you need to work on your ankle mobility, your hip mobility, your thoracic spine mobility. And that's stuff I can help you with. So they're our first exercise in terms of our warm-up, and now we're going to go into some hip mobility. Okay, so what we're going to do is have our right leg down the ground, left leg out in front, left elbow to the inside of the left knee. Other hand on the ground, these are called Spider-Mans, and we're going to slide it inside the left knee, and then up to the sky. So your lower back might click a little bit, that's fine. And don't forget your big, heavy tendons from the leg, hip, attaching those muscles, so you don't be afraid to put a bit of force to it, and all the way to the top. And last one, get as low as you can, and all the way to the top. Okay, then we're going to change sides, and we're going to open up the hips on the other side. So right foot out, right elbow to the inside of the knee, and lower all the way down. Up to the sky, we're going to do 3 on each side, a little bit lower, all the way to the top, and then 1 more, all the way down. So don't be afraid to put a bit of force to it, up to the top. Okay, the big muscles you're going to use here, the quads, if you're hiking out, or, doing a little bit of sitting over the side, you need nice strong quads for that. So we're going to stretch these and make sure that we don't injure them or minimize the potential for injury. So push your hip forward, pull your knee back, hold on to the ear. That's where your inner ear balance is. And just hold that stretch for about 5 seconds. If you need to hold on to a wall or a chair, that's fine. And then we're going to hold on to the other side. Push your knee out, or pull your knee back even, push your hip out. Hold that stretch for 5 seconds. Okay, and rest there. So there are 3 fundamental little warm-up drills you can do to help yourself get ready for the workout ahead, and it's going to help you get a little bit looser for your workout. So, main part of the workout. Let's start with our lunge walks, or our lunges, and our Superman. 2 basic exercises to get your legs, bum, hamstrings nice and strong, and then your back, as we said, to get that core nice and strong. Okay, let's get cracking. So we're going to start with our walking lunges. So we start hands on the hips, and we're going to lunge. 5 in each leg. So we're going to lunge 90 degrees and stand up. Keep a nice 12-pound posture. Head up, chest up, in through the nose, out to the mouth. So 3. Turn around, keep on that left leg. 4 and 5. Okay. Now we're going to change legs. So we're going to go on the right side this time, the right leg. Nice 12 posture, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, good. 3, and now we've got 2 more. Keeping that same leg, in through the nose. Keep tall, proud posture, try not to slouch. And rest. Okay, the last exercise, or second exercise we're going to go through here is our Superman. So then onto all 4s. Connect the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. And fully extend. I'm going to go for 5 here. So the left elbow to the right knee. Make sure we're going high and long. 4. Big deep breath in. And breathe out as we connect. Okay, and change sides. So let's connect the right elbow to the left knee now. And exhale. Long and high. Notice the way I'm reaching, getting a height with my limbs. 4. And exhale. And nice and long. Excellent work. Okay, so lunge walks. Second set. So grab yourself some water if you need in between. And then let's go on our second set. So left foot lunge. Breathe out as we stand. That's it. A few more on that left leg. And then right leg. Through the nose. Right leg. Last 2 on that right leg. And back to our Superman. So down onto our all 4s. Connect the left elbow to the left knee and exhale. So, ready to go? Long and high. And change. Arms, change leg. Ready? Connect. Exhale. Nice and long and high. 3. Long and high. Connect and exhale. 4. 5. Okay, and rest. Okay, so that's just set number 2 done of our first block of exercises. Get yourself a drink of water, and we'll move on to set number 2, or block number 2. Okay, so this is going to be, so we're onto a deadlift and Russian twists. It's our second block of the session. So deadlift and Russian twists. Okay, you'll notice why we're doing Russian twists now in a second. Okay, so Russian twists and deadlifts. So we use our band for this, or you can use a bottle of water or whatever it is that you have to add resistance. So remember the good mornings or the hip hinge that we did as part of the warm-up. It's a similar movement to our deadlift. Okay, so we're going to step into our band here. As I said, you can use a weight for this, a barbell, any sort of dumbbells or bottles of water. But if you're using a band, just let that slide through. Pick up both sides. I'm going to do a side-on view to start. So make sure we start horizontally. Okay, and we stand up nice and tall. And exhale. Keep that tall pride posture in through the nose, out through the mouth. Shoulders back, chest up. 3, good. 4, we're going for 10 reps here. Notice the way I'm horizontal to the ground, my back straight. What we don't want is that round the back, okay? So bum out, back straight. And then we can speed up a little bit. How it looks from the front, in through the nose, out through the mouth. 9, breathe. And 10, good. Okay, Russian twists. Now the Russian twists I put in here because that rotation is important. You know, when we're doing our rotations, if you're doing a winch or you're pulling in a mainsail or jib or whatever it is, and we need to get a nice bit of power through that core. Okay, so we're going to try and lift our feet off the ground. And we're just going to touch to the right side, touch to the left side. We're going to do 5 on each side. So off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, touch the ground. 6, breathe. 8, 9, 10. Okay, 5 on each side. Perfect. You should feel a nice burn through those abs. Okay, now let's go straight into our second set. Our deadlift. Take a few seconds if you need it. Pick up our band, back straight. You can hold your bottle of water, your barbell in this position, and then just stand up straight. Just make sure your shoulders are back, chest is up, and then we stand nice and tall, exhaling as we stand. So this is a straight leg deadlift, working our posterior chain, our hamstrings, our bum, and our lower back, which are all attached. And it's always good to have these nice and strong to make you nice and functionally efficient. Down for 10 reps. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent work. Let's go back down to our Russian twist. So, ready to go. Feet off the ground, leaning back. 1, 2, little breath. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Okay, so that's block 2 done. 2 sets done. Let's move on to block 3. In the meantime, grab yourself some water and take a rest. So let's have a look what we're doing next. So next is our squats and our dead bugs. So squats, fundamental of getting those quads nice and strong and getting that core nice and strong. Okay, so let's get going on the squat. So we have a couple of different variations of our squats. A bodyweight squat is fine to start if you're only beginning. Hands out in front, and we're going to squat. Okay, head up, chest up, bend the knees, put those hips down between those knees, stand up nice and tall. Okay, so that movement there is a fundamental of nearly all exercises that you'll need to learn if you're embarking on any health and fitness program. Problem is, a lot of people don't have the ankle mobility to get any further than here. Okay, so the calves are too tight. You need to do a lot of calf stretching. Some people can't get down, they lean forward too much. Similar issue, could be hips, could be back, thoracic spine, won't flex or extend properly because it's too tight. Okay, so do your best, counterbalance, work into that squat. Okay, now what I'm going to do is advance it one step on for those who are a little fitter. So what I'm going to do is use our band here, step into the band, up over the back, okay, and I'm going to work into a resisted squat. So we're going to go for 10 reps, ready to go. If you don't have a band, just hold 2 bottles of water side your side, 2 dumbbells, whatever you have. Let's get work into that depth, nice little posture. We're going for 10 reps. In through the nose, out through the mouth. So working that depth, head up, chest up. Try not to lean forward. 9, last one. And 10. Okay. So Dead bugs is next. Let's go straight this way. Actually, I think it was hollow holds was next, wasn't it? Okay, so hollow holds. Let's get our setup. Nice straight legs, straight arms. Flatten down the arch in your back. Pull your pelvis up towards your belly button. Okay, so we should hollow out that core. We shouldn't be able to put our hand under here. Pushing everything down into the ground, tummy and back. Lower everything down, widen the legs. Lift the head, widen the arms, and hold that position. So we have a nice static contraction here of those abs. We're only going to go for 15 seconds. Don't lift that arch. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, that was tough. Okay, so let's go back into our squats. Again, have a sip of water. Breathe, rest if you need to. And let's go back into our squats. So again, you can just do body weight if you want. What we'll do this time, you can use your band, put it over your head, and squat. Use the hands to balance in through the nose, out through the mouth. Going for 10. Make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Go to the last 2. 9 and 10. Okay, hollow holds. Down on the ground. Take a few seconds. Ready to go. Legs up, arms up. Push that lower back into the ground. Pull the pelvis up. Push the back into the ground. There should be no arch there. Lift up. Lower the legs. Lower the arms. Head up. Straighten out those legs. Squeeze the bum. Squeeze the knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Burn through those abs. Nice strong core after doing those, okay? 2 sets done. Take a rest, take a drink, and let's move it on. So, at the moment, we've done 3 sets, or 3 blocks, 2 sets of each. We've 1 more to go. So the last block of our sailing workout is our wall sits and our plank. So what you're going to need for this is a wall, free wall that you can sit against, a door provided it's closed and nobody's going to walk in on you, and then our plank is our second one for our core. So the wall sits are for our quads, and our plank are going to be for our core muscles. Okay, let's get cracking on our 2 exercises. So I'm going to improvise a bit here. I don't have a wall, or I do have a wall, but I just want to make sure I can show you guys what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, so I'm going to sit against this chair. We're sitting against the chair, 90 degrees. I have nothing underneath me here. I'm just pushing back against the wall of the chair, and we're contracting these quads, mimicking sort of hiking out position. So we have a nice static contraction of those quads, in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're just going for 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, and straight into our plank position. Okay, so we're ready to go. So this is our plank position. So this is our beginning plank position. Notice the tummy's off the ground. You can start with your belly on the ground, lift it up. So you have a nice straight line from the back of your head to your knees. Squeeze your tummy in towards your spine. Squeeze your bum. And squeeze your tummy up towards the roof. Okay, this is your beginning one. We're only going to go for 15 seconds. If you want to go slightly more advanced, you can lift all the way up, have a straight line from the back of your head to your heels, and breathe in through the nose, out to the mouth. And rest, 15 seconds. So, jump on up. Take a few seconds, and then we're back onto our Roman chair. Okay? So, take a few seconds, breathe in through the nose, out to the mouth. Important to recover. Okay, don't just grasp at your breath. The more oxygenated blood we can get in to those muscles, the better they're going to perform. The less you breathe and snatch at your breath, or the more you snatch your breath, the less oxygenated blood is going to get to those muscles, and the quicker you're going to fail. So back to a Roman chair. Sit back against that wall. 90 degrees in the back of those knees. Nice tall, proud posture. Breathing in through the nose, out to the mouth. 15 seconds. This is a tough one if you haven't done it before. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Get back into our plank. Last set. Tip of the knee should be quite warm. Should be feeling a little bit more fatigue, especially if this is your first session. Okay, so position. This is our beginner one. Make sure our tummy's pulling towards your spine. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your knees, and raise the lift if you want. You can go further. Make sure the shoulders are over the elbows. Nice straight line at the back of your head to your heels. In 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now, that's 2 sets done and 4 blocks completed. So now you can feel the heart rate's up a little bit of cardio in here, but this session is more about getting a little bit of strength in those legs, strengthen the core, and get your cardio from putting all this together and having less break, increasing the time, increasing the repetitions, increasing the sets to make it a little bit more harder, a little bit more challenging. So what we're going to do to finish is just go through our stretches, flexibility. Okay, so our first one we're going to go through is the quad stretch that we started with, because we've worked our squats, we've worked on our Roman chairs, and we're going to stretch those out now. Okay, so pull your heel into your backside, stretch out those quads, hold on to the ear if you need to balance, hold on to the wall, push your hip out, pull your knee back. We're going to hold for about 15 seconds and then change sides. In through the nose, out through the mouth, hold on to that ear, pull your knee back, push your hip out, and make sure we're breathing. That's it. Okay, so next stretch we're going to do is for the hip flexors, because if you're sitting for long periods of time, your hip flexors can get tight. These ones here, and that can, when you stand up, you feel very stiff, and it's not a very nice feeling. It's not a back issue you have, it's because your hip flexors are too tight. Hands on the hips, push your hips forward. When you find you can't go any further, squeeze your bum, and you should be able to go a little bit further forward. They should release those hip flexors a bit more. Again, 15 to 30 seconds, change sides. Okay, push those hips forward, through the nose, out through the mouth. Can't go any further, squeeze your bum, you should be able to push forward a little bit more. Okay, up on our calves. Okay, so we're going to stretch our calves and improve our ankle mobility so we can get into that deeper squat. One foot over the other. In through the nose. Your back to the legs straight. And then change. And rest. So, I hope you enjoyed that workout. It was pretty much for beginners, but you can advance it the more you want, as I said, by increasing the sets, increasing the reps, increasing the time under tension, and obviously reducing the rest times. So that will really help and enhance your sailing experience and your performance. I'm Damian Hall. I'm from CompletePersonalTraining.ie, and I also run CompleteTransformationRetreats.ie. And if you need any help with anything, I'm more than happy to help. Just give me a shout. I'm on all social media with Complete Personal Training or Damian Hall, and you can check me out. And as I said, I'm always here to help if you need some. Hope you enjoyed the workout.